clouds. Dark clouds are gathering as markets shudder. Stocks are sinking. Currencies are stumbling. Fear and uncertainty is reigning. And the Middle East and in the Ukraine and Taiwan, the debt is endless. Yet one asset stands firm: gold. It is a biblical currency. In crisis after crisis, gold is there, in the background, always there. Its enduring value guards against loss, like a missile shield against incoming. While paper wealth burns, gold persists. Shield your savings against the looming threats of war, recession, contagion, and avoid the frenzy panic of the unprepared. Take control in the chaos. Your fortune favors decisive action. Get a hold of gold now before it's out of reach. Go right now to noblegoldinvestment.com or just simply go to the link below, www.pastorpaulgold.com. That's www.pastorpaulgold.com, or call them at 877-646-5347. You'll be glad you did.
A prominent Spanish politician, Alejo Vidal Quadras Roca, faced an apparent assassination attempt when he was shot in the face in Madrid. The former head of Spain's People's Party in Catalonia, Alejo was ambushed by a gunman on a motorbike in a wealthy neighborhood in the Spanish capital. Despite the attack, Alejo, who has served as an MEP and first vice president of the European Parliament, is reported to be stable and conscious. The incident occurred in the Salamanca neighborhood in the center of Madrid, near Alejo's residence. Around 2 p.m., police and paramedics responded to the scene, the U.S. Sun has reported. Detectives are currently searching for 2 suspects who reportedly awaited Alejo and fled on a black Yamaha motorbike. The politician was allegedly shot at point-blank range from a mere 2 meters away as he walked to his car, sustaining a single gunshot wound to the jaw. Witnesses described the attacker as, quote, young, small man, dressed in jeans and dark coat. The gunman, wearing a black helmet, reportedly dismounted the motorbike and shot Alejo, quote, at least once. The area of the shooting has been cordoned off by the police, and as of now, no arrests have been made. Germany is committed to fortifying its military to serve as the cornerstone of deterrence and collective defense in Europe, declared its defense minister on Thursday. This comes as Berlin unveils new defense policy guidelines for the first time in over a decade, outlining the implications of the Zeitenwende, a significant policy shift announced by German Chancellor Olaf Scholz following Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February of 2022. This 19-page document elaborates on how this shift will impact the operations of the Bundeswehr, Reuters reported. As the initial step to revitalize the military after decades of attrition following the Cold War, Germany established a €100 billion special fund last year to acquire modern weaponry. Furthermore, the country committed to meeting NATO's target of allocating at least 2% of its national GDP to defense spending by 2024. Quote, with Zeitenwende, Germany becomes a grown-up country in terms of security policy, stated Defense Minister Boris Pistorius during the presentation of the guidelines, marking the first update since 2011 when Berlin suspended conscription. Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger has reported the sending of a letter containing fentanyl to an elections office in Fulton County, Georgia, describing it as an act of, quote, domestic terrorism. Now, this incident follows the evacuation of 4 county election offices in Washington state earlier this week due to receiving letters containing suspicious powders. The Associated Press citing confirmation from police in Kings and Spokane counties in Washington, reported that the substance in the letters was indeed fentanyl, Fox News reported. Quote, "We became aware of the situation, that there is actually still an envelope that is traveling in the mail and headed towards Fulton County," Raffensperger told reporters Thursday. Quote, "It has been tested and it did have fentanyl in it. It is still in transit. It hasn't arrived yet. They are trying to get that, intercept that before it gets here, and we just don't know where that will be," he continued. Quote, "But we have put and prepared our people here that could receive that mail on alert and given them the resources they need with Narcan," he said. Raffensperger is calling the mailing of the letter, quote, "domestic terrorism, and it needs to be condemned by anyone that holds elected office and anyone that wants to hold elected office anywhere in America." Now, the reason behind the mailing of the fentanyl-laced letter to Georgia remains unclear, as stated by the Secretary of the State. He has indicated, though, that there may be a potential connection between this letter and those that were delivered in the state of Washington.